Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are doing the recap from the ESPN card that took place on Saturday, December 9th, as it was headlined by Ramirez and Rafael Espinoza for the WBO featherweight title at 126 pounds. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So this fight right here, well, let's talk about the co-feature first, because the co-feature saw Xander Zayas, the undefeated 154-pound contender on the rise, battled little-known veteran Jorge Fortea, and he absolutely blitzed him. A body shot, I believe it was in the third or fourth round, put Fortea down, and finished him. He knocked him down twice on body shots. Just brutal, work by Zayas, who's looking good, and got him out of there clean. Now, Zayas, to me, is not yet a top 10 guy, but we already know what he's doing next. February 16th, he is going to clash with Patrick Teixeira on the ESPN undercard of O'Shaquie Foster and Abraham Nova for the WBO super featherweight title. So Xander Zayas is rolling. He wants to go prove himself by battling the former WBO champ Patrick Teixeira. That's going to be a good one. February 16th, that's a Friday night for Xander Zayas, so make sure you're paying attention to that. And then the main event, Ramirez against Rafael Espinoza. What a fucking fight this was. Rafael Espinoza was beating Ramirez to the punch, but Ramirez was having his moments, landing some good shots. And then in, I believe it was the 6th or 7th round, Ramirez caught him with a clean fucking shot that put Espinoza down hard. Espinoza staggered. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if the ref would have stopped the fight. Because he staggered over to the other side of the ring. The referee let the fight continue, and thankfully he did, because Espinoza found himself. He continued to work. It was a good, hard-fought battle, but he closed their fight strong and walked away with a 12-round majority decision victory and an upset of Ramirez to become the WBO featherweight champ at 130 pounds. Big time win for Espinoza and a big upset. But, I did say going into the fight that I was worried about this opponent selection for Ramirez, especially when you're auditioning for what's his name, the monster Inoue. Why would you take a guy who has 6-inch in height and 6-inch in reach advantage on you when you don't have to? Unless it's a mandatory fight, he should not have taken a guy with the physical qualities. And then Espinoza was 21-0 with 18 knockouts. Now, don't get me wrong. He had never fought a guy on the level of Ramirez. Not even close. Granted. But you're still stepping in there against, he still had the height and reach by 6 inches in both. And he's a Mexican fighter that throws a lot of punches. So I just thought it was a poor judgment by Ramirez and his team to take on a guy like Espinoza in an optional defense. So, really a tough break for Ramirez, who's had a lot of emotional, a lot of issues, personal issues going on. Really a tough break for him. You saw him crying in the dressing room afterwards. Tough break. We'll discuss his what's next week. This is a Fight of the Year candidate, though. If you missed it, go back and watch this fight. Rafael Espinoza was crying tears of joy. Big time victory for him. They're talking rematch, and I would love to see that. We will discuss that for sure next week on both of their What's Next videos. I think a rematch makes total sense, and I would love to see it. But what a great fight right here. at any moment, you know, you could tell that Ramirez could catch Espinoza even though he was behind. And then it looked like he had kind of evened things up and was going to close the show strong. And Rafael Espinoza found a second gear, pulled off the victory. And again, an impressive performance by Xander Zayas. Again, February 16th, he'll be returning. But that's it. Again, I'll be discussing both Espinoza and Ramirez's what's next week. Make sure you check those out. And that's it. That's what I got. That's my ESPN recap from Saturday, December 9th. That was headlined by Robeisy Ramirez and Rafael Espinoza for the WBO featherweight title at 126 pounds. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.